Pumpkins are a very fun thing to grow, but they can get incredibly large. We're in an urban backyard here where we have a couple of pumpkins that we've planted in a bag of certified leaf compost, and it has sprawled all over. Now amongst the pumpkins, I've got some butternut squash and some spaghetti squash vines, but that's minimal. The pumpkin goes from the bag of compost all the way down the grow beds around the edge, and now is heading up towards the front of the house, as well as climbing up the house. Now we're about a month or so before our first frost date. We do have some very, very nice pumpkins that are forming and are getting ready to mature. There are more pumpkins that are beginning to form, but I want to start cutting back the vine to intensify the energy to those pumpkins so we can get as much out of this before the frost hits. So we'll start with the pumpkin vine that's going up the awning here. We do have a pumpkin that's forming here. We've got several. This one is already yellow and soft. That's a sign of bad pollination. So we're just going to go ahead and remove that right away just to allow the plant to focus more energy, say it's spongy, more energy on the other pumpkins on the vine. Another thing you want to do is the end here is way up inside of the awning here, and we want to cut it back just to stop the growth. Again, stressing the plant out, putting the energy to the fruit that's being formed right now. As well as we have a very nice baseball-sized pumpkin here that I'm going to leave alone just to see if it will form, at least get some structure and size to this. So we're cutting down trimming the ends, the growth tips of this, and then we will get the growth tip over there as well. I'm going to take and I'm going to cut it back all the way to that piece there where that last fruit is forming. And don't be afraid to do this. What you're doing is you're preventing the plant, you're telling the plant stop growing, stressing it out, and putting the energy into that fruit development for them pumpkins to get as large as they can prior to frost. You want to do this about 30 to 45 days before your first average frost to ensure that you can get decent sized pumpkins, finish forming the ones that are already to a stage of near maturity, and also these immature ones to try to get them to bulk up as fast as possible.